My name is Rupert Nichols. I'm the Commissioner of Prisons acting, and let me take this opportunity to welcome each and everyone to His Majesty's Prison Grenada, where His Majesty's Prison have a very colorful history, meaning that the main facility here at Richmond Hill is, we're 186 years old. This was built in 1836 and was converted into a prison in 1880. At first, it was a French military hospital, and from 1880 to present, we keep adding on different wings to the prison, and here it is today, the only adult facility on the trial and state, which, over the years, as I indicated, would have housed hundreds of inmates, thousands of inmates, and, officers would have passed through this facility. Basically, here the prisoners to ensure that we have inmates who remain safe in safe custody, and to let them, be part of rehabilitation programs so that they could be, upon release, they could be reintegrated with their family and loved one back into society where they could make a meaningful contribution.
I am Leon Cornwall. Most people refer to me as Leon Bogo Cornwall, and currently I am the head of the rehabilitation unit at His Majesty's Prison. As Commissioner Nichols has already said, the rehabilitation unit is an integral part of the prison's work. Apart from security, there's rehabilitation and there's industry. So I head the rehabilitation unit. And under the rehabilitation unit would come the education program, both the academic and technical education. There'll be counseling, social work, sports, culture, community and school outreach. We bring to the schools and to the community inmates who have moved on the path of rehabilitation so that they can speak to other young people as a crime prevention measure. They share with them their experiences, what they have learned, meaning the life lessons, the errors they have made, in the hope that the young people, both students as well as young people on the block, would not go down the road that these inmates have gone down. So that, and there's a religious program also. So we try to take a comprehensive approach in seeking to rehabilitate and redirect and reorient the minds and the lives of the inmates who have been sent here by the court system.
Over the years, we have seen that persons who are actively involved in the rehabilitation program here at the prison are less likely to return. In fact, the statistics have shown that 80% of persons who are actively involved in the rehabilitation don't return to the prison, and only 20% return. Persons who are not attending program, and again, it would be security-wise. Sometimes, we have to do that assessment before persons are placed to have that privilege. And again, but persons who choose not to take part in programs, or even if they are included, they just go into the program for whatever benefits there would be, they are most likely to return upon release.
Well, for young people, I think the impression is on the mind. And if we could show them the reality of what a prison look like, it might make a greater impression on the minds of these young people. Also, it could act as a lesson in the sense that it is saying to them that the better place to be should be on the outside. It also helps in character building. By observing this closely, they could come to their own analysis. And in analyzing what they see out and what they see in, it can help to give them a sense of direction. It can help them to say to themselves, where is it best? Also, it can act as a preventative measure. No, sir, this is not right. I'd rather be on the safe side of the law. And The last point that I want to raise here, it can also help them to pass on the message, to encourage their fellow colleagues, look, it's better to be a free person in a free society, enjoying a free life.
Presently, our population, the female is 7. The highest the female population had been was 22. That was back in the early 2000s when Grenada was used as one of the transshipment points for drugs into Europe. But since then, it has never reached double figures.
Some of the programs, rehabilitation programs in terms of educational programs here at the prison.
Right. We have basic literacy and numeracy. So we're taking guys who just can't read and write, some of them don't even know the alphabet. And we bring them up to the level eventually where they can do CXC, and some of them branch over into technical program, learning plumbing, electrical repairs, construction, agriculture, both crop production and poultry production. We've done quite a bit of that. Through the ministry, they have the Empower program, as well as we came up with a program which was funded by the government many years ago called Project Reach, where we've trained a number of guys. And there was a situation with one young man who was a serious recidivist. He was just in and out, in and out. And we got him into that technical program. He learned to read and write, because there's the basic literacy program in it, as well as he learned a skill, and he has been out for a number of years now. In fact, I think he's an elder in one of the churches outside, and so that kind of situation. Obviously not everyone is successful, but we have been able to turn some lives around, and it's so very encouraging.
Inmates, I realize, have that orderly.
Orderly, yes.
What does that mean?
Right. These would be like the leading inmates, and they assist the officers in maintaining discipline and ensuring the better and smoother running of the prison. So it's not a situation of just officers imposing on the inmates, but inmates themselves participate in ensuring that the environment is not only orderly but somewhat more humane. Right. So that's the situation.
How does one become orderly?
Well, they would take into consideration the conduct of the inmate over the period of time. The chief officer, who is responsible for both officers and inmate, would be very key in that, in recommending. And the final say would be that of the commissioner, who would meet with them. They would take a pledge and so on, and they would wear a red band to identify them and so on. And they are given various responsibilities. Like, for example, there's an orderly in the education program, and he would go around and mobilize the students to ensure that they do attend classes on a day-to-day basis. There's an orderly in the storeroom, there's an orderly in the construction, orderly in the various landings to ensure that any problems and issues that may come up, that in fact they address as best as they can.
This could be deemed as one of the most remarkable, emotional, memorable, all of these things, experience that I've had in Grenada. Now, this is remarkable because I've never been here before. This is my first time inside a Richmond Hill prison, looking at how the whole system operates, right? It's emotional because 90-something% of the prison population and the young people and the people that are here are young people, young men in particular. There's something that is problematic in our society, and something needs to be done to counsel and mentor our young men so they don't end up here. Now, if you get a chance to see how inside of this prison is and how the men are treated, the staff here ensure that they have to be locked up at a certain time, they have to get up at a certain time, they have to come out and eat at a certain time. I even got a chance to see a prisoner here that we spoke about named Mitch. Mitch was is serving a 25-year sentence for the alleged murder, or the murder he was convicted of his girlfriend. And Mitch expressed to us that it was an unjust sentence. In fact, everybody inside His Majesty prison expressed they're eager to get out of this place. They don't like it. They express dissatisfaction in just about everything, right? And again, it's sad. It's sad that so much young men lives are lost. A guy in here, he's doing 25 years. He's on his 6th month. 25 years on his 6th month, right? And it's like cage animals. So I want everybody to think twice. I'm sorry I couldn't even get past. I couldn't show you guys inside. Of course, it's insensitive to show the inmates, so we did not and could not go inside of the areas there with any kind of cell phones. But I want everybody to talk to the children, talk to your boy children, and please tell them that that's not a life that they want to construct. That's not a life that they want to live behind bars in a prison somewhere where you've been told how and when and if to get up and all of those things. You are not a regular person. You are not a cage animal, and it's sad. So guys, I hope this program was an educational one for you, for young men and women. Thank you for watching.